Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Earth Twister here, and we're going to hopefully win this time against Master Mold using Falcon. Um, Things have not been going well for us lately, but I have made a couple of changes to the deck, and I will show you what those are in just a moment. So let me finish shuffling this up, and we'll get started. So the things that I changed is I took out Quinjet because it wasn't helpful. I took out Falcon because I never chose to play him or Vivian, and Resource Reserve wasn't as helpful as I was hoping it would be. It feels like it'd be a little bit more helpful in a multiplayer game, but also it may just, not work the way I want it to. I've learned that I need to use Magneto as much as possible to help me handle threat and minions, so that is definitely a thing, and we really need to avoid Shadow of the Past because I think that's what messed me up in the last run. But if you guys are enjoying this video or you're enjoying this content, please make sure to let me know by smashing that like button or subscribing if you're brand new. It really helps the video and the channel out a lot, and I deeply, deeply appreciate it. Now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get down to the game. So I've set Master Mold's health to 14, gave him a tough status card. We've got 10 health for ourselves, Sam Wilson, Falcon. We have our ready tokens here on Magneto and on Sam Wilson. And we are ready to flip the main scheme over, give it the threat that it deserves. And it says, when revealed, each player discards cards from the counter deck until they discard a Sentinel minion, then puts that minion into play engaged with them. Okay, so we start with the Sentinel Mark V. There we go. And I don't believe we do the when revealed because they're just put into play. All right. That looks good there. Let's draw our starting hand. We get an energy. That's always nice. Arrow, Spectrum, Flight Squadron, Cannonball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Team Training. All right. So far, I think I wanted to drop Arrow and Spectrum. I think those two are not going to be super helpful. But the rest of these cards are great. Getting Cannonball early, especially if we get some aerial cards in hand, will be massive. Got Bird of Prey and Captain Marvel. All right. So I could discard a card from my hand and get a bird card, but I don't think I want to do that right now. I think what I do want to do is go ahead and flip up. And we're going to use energy and we'll do these 3 as resources. I'm not ready to get Flight Squadron down. So it's 3 resources for Cannonball. And before I try to play any other cards, what I'm going to do is have Cannonball thwart for 2 and not take any consequential because I do have 2 aerial cards in my hand. All right. Now then, I've been really suffering from dry eye for some reason, so sorry about that, guys. I'm going to go ahead and have Falcon attack for 2 on the Sentinel Mark V. And then Magneto will attack for 3 and take a consequential. Does defeat the Sentinel Mark V, which is great. Gets him out of the picture. And then I'm going to go ahead and use Captain Marvel and Bird of Prey to pay for team training. So now I have my allies there. Team training is going to help them keep health. And let's see how far we can get with this. All right, we'll draw up to 5. Get Aerial Recon, Falcon's Flock. Draw their fire, the Power of Leadership, the Power of Leadership. And those are the cards in my hand. Now this is kind of where Resource Reserve would be really helpful. All right. So that's going to go up by 1. And Master Mold is going to attack for 3 plus a boost. I think I'm going to tank this hit. So 3, 4. I take 4 damage. Takes me down to 6. And then we get an encounter card, which is under fire. So I surge and reveal the top card of the deck. So here's the surge. Unit upgrade attached to Sentinel minion. Otherwise, this card gains surge into Master Mold's children. In Hero, each minion engaged with me attacks. If I am not engaged with the minion, Master Mold attacks. Okay, so Master Mold is going to attack here. I'll go ahead and defend for 2. He's attacking for 3, 4, 5, so I take 3 damage. Looks like I need to flip down already. Here's this card, which means the villain's going to attack me. Oh man. I'm gonna have Magneto defend this time. So 3, 4, and he actually survives this. 3, 4. Because he has 1 extra hit point. So that's great. Now it is my turn. I think what I want to do is get. Well, we get to flip this up. So that is the surge and exhaust your identity. I definitely wouldn't want that as a card. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to use the power of leadership to pay for aerial recon. And then because after I played an aerial card, I can discard the top card of the encounter deck. That gets rid of exhaustion. That brings in Sunbeam. Or sorry, Stun Beam. I can choose to exhaust this and deal myself in a face down encounter card and place 1 recon counter here. Then I can prevent another encounter card from being bad. I just don't think that I want my encounter card to surge. So I won't do anything with that. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over now because I am going to flip down. So I can heal next turn. What I am going to do is Cannonball is going to thwart for 2 to keep that down. Take no consequential because I have 2 aerials in hand. And then I'm going to use these 2 cards to pay for Falcon's Flock. It comes in with 5 bird counters. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now I'm going to ready and draw up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's really good. The threat's going to go up by 1. Master Mold will scheme for 2, bringing that up to 3. And then when Master Mold schemes against you, discard cards from the encounter deck until a Sentinel minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engaged with me. Do not give Master Mold a boost card for this activation. So Stun Beam, Sentinel Mark 2, or sorry, Mark 3. And he schemes for 2, bringing this up to 5. He does have toughness. Just need a double check. Okay, I don't think that notification was my battery. We're good. Okay, and then we get an encounter card, which is Energy Barrier, attached to a Sentinel minion. So he gets a tough status card, which he already had, so that doesn't do anything. I just need to beat him really quickly. All right. So I think what I want to do first off is use Air Supremacy as a resource to pay for Soup Kitchen. And then I'm going to use 2 resources to pay for Vibranium Microwave. That's going to give me an extra defense. Yeah, this will be good. I'm going to discard a Strength and Diversity to pull a bird card to hand. And I think I'm going to go ahead and choose Red Wing. If I can. Oh, there he is. Red Wing. Shuffle these up. So I have 1 aerial card in hand. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and use Soup Kitchen and exhaust myself to heal myself for 3. Brings me up to 6. Then I will go ahead and flip up. And I'm going to have Cannonball thwart 2 here, bringing it down to 3. And then Red Wing will come in for free because of Soup Kitchen. So Red Wing comes in, and he's going to go ahead and ping the tough off of the Sentinel Mark 3. And Magneto will attack for 3, dealing all the damage needed to get rid of the Sentinel Mark 3. And then after Magneto attacks and defeats a Sentinel minion, heal all damage from Magneto, and then he takes the consequential. Let me know if I'm doing that wrong, but I feel like that's how it works. And he, of course, had the consequential for pinging off the tough. And he would have taken a consequential because there was only one aerial card in hand. Okay. We'll hold on to strength and diversity because we actually have some pretty good diversity on the board. So we'll drop to 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have seen this card, but that's fine. Threat goes up by 1. Master Mold's going to attack for 3 plus a boost. I will exhaust myself to defend with Vibranium Microwave. So I'm defending for 3. He's attacking for 3. And I'm already knew that was going to happen, but I was going to play up, and away. So I get to look at the top card here. That is 2. So he would do theoretically 1 damage to me. I'm okay with that. Oh, but then the assault. Okay, yeah. I don't want the assault, so I'm not going to take any damage from him. And up, and away just fizzles. Okay. But then we do get this as an encounter card, so it surges into a Harlem's Protector. Comes in with 3 emergency counters. And is just annoying. Okay. So before anything else, Cannonball will fort 2. They'll take no consequential damage because of the aerial cards in hand. Then Red Wing will attack and ping the tough off. He'll take a consequential, but he'll survive because of team training. Now I could do air supremacy. That's not really going to be helpful, so I can use that. And then have Magneto end himself, I guess. Strength and diversity. We want to get that played. So I can get rid of one of those, I think. So I will look at the top card here. He'll get a tough status card if he attacks, which he won't because he's going to scheme. He'll get another Sentinel minion out. I don't love that. I could stay up, but I have to do an alter ego action to get rid of that, and that gives me 2 encounter cards. I don't want 2 encounter cards. So we'll have to flip down. All right, so then what we're going to do is Adam Warlock and Talon Line will pay for strength and diversity. I have Aerial, Avenger, Bird, X-Force, Brotherhood of Mutants, and so those are the 5 traits that I have in play. So what I will do then is use 2 of those traits to remove the rest of the threat, and then deal 3 damage here to Master Mold. So that takes him down to 11. There goes Strength and Diversity. We will flip down, and I'm going to discard Air Supremacy as a resource to get rid of one of these emergency counters. Now, that does mean I still get an extra encounter card. I don't love that, but that is what it is. Ready, and draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Threat goes up by 1. Master Mold schemes for 2, bringing it up to 3. Then he's going to discard until he gets a Sentinel. 1. Sentinel mark 6. Comes in with Quick Strike, but doesn't attack, and he schemes for 2, bringing it up to 5. Then we get 2 encounter cards. First one is Relentless Robots. Each player engaged with a Sentinel minion cannot thwart this scheme, so I have to defeat him before I can thwart this. And then we get Targeted for Elimination. So while I'm engaged with the Sentinel, Sentinel minion, I cannot change from hero form to alter ego form. Okay. That may end up sitting there for a little while. All right. So what do I want to do here? We've got Children of the Atom, Captain America's Shield, Aerial Evacuation, Strength, Cloud9, and Hugin and Munin. I can get Cloud9 down for free, but I'd have to get rid of one of my allies. I think we use Aerial Evacuation and Captain America's Shield as 2 resources to finish this off. That's victory 0, so it goes to the victory display. Then I will use Soup Kitchen and Sam Wilson to heal myself for 3, bringing me up to 9. And then I'll flip up. Let's put that there. I get to see the top card here. Red Wing is going to exhaust and return to my hand. And that will then do 2 damage to Sentinel Mark 6. And then Cannonball, because I have 3 in my hand, will do 2 more damage over here. And then Magneto will attack for 3 and defeat him. So he gets to heal 1 and then take 1. So it defeats that guy. All right. Then Soup Kitchen. I think this gets discarded from Red Wing. Choose to either and discard. Yeah, so that got discarded by that. Okay. Either bring Red Wing in or Hugin and Mune in for free. So we get to look at this first. 1 boost icon. I don't think Hugin and Mune is going to be would be a pretty big help actually. If I could ready. I really could use another space. For my allies, that is. Did I play an aerial card? I don't think I have yet. So I could play Red Wing, bring him in, and then just go ahead and trigger his hero action again. Yeah, so Soup Kitchen is paying for Red Wing. And we'll go ahead and trigger his hero action to exhaust him and return him to my hand. That discards this card and removes 1 threat from Relentless Robots. I get to see this card here. Perfect. That's helpful. So then I will do let's see. Falcon's Flock will be 1 resource, and then Cloud9 will be another to bring in Hugin and Munin. Oh, yeah, I didn't. Shoot, I should have read that. So I look at the top 10 cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I get to choose a minion from that to bring into play. There's 2 minions. We'll bring in the Sentinel Mark 3. Oh, nope. Sorry. Yeah, well, actually, we want the Sentinel Mark 8 that was in here. That's 8 hit points, but I get to ready 2 characters. 2 aerial characters, that is. Okay. So we'll ready then both of these guys. So I have 1 aerial card in hand. So Cannonball will attack for 2, which gives him a consequential. Hugin and Munin will attack for 1, bringing this up to 3. Then Magneto will attack for 3. That does unfortunately defeat Magneto. That brings him pretty darn close to range of being gone. But then I can use Strength to pay for Red Wing. It brings Red Wing back in. And it's not a thwart. So that's not bad. I could do exhaust him again, discard this card, and return him to hand to remove the 2 threat here. So I don't get the... Oh, shoot. No, I need to have... Yeah, we'll have 2 threat there. We'll bring this down to 3. Because then we can survive the round. So he gets returned to hand again. Ooh. But then I can use Falcon's Flock and Children of the Atom to bring him back in again. And it's only 1. But that is an aerial card, so we'll go ahead and discard it. 0. Okay. Well, at least I know is his boost. So, if that's the case, he is going to go ahead and swing for 1 to remove a threat and take a consequential. Hugin and Munin, of course, has a consequential. All right. Ready. And draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up by 1. Master Mold will attack for 3 plus a boost. I will go ahead and defend for 3. Take no damage. Sentinel Mark 8 will attack. Hugin and Munin will defend and be defeated. Then we get 2 encounter cards because of that scheme. First one is Master Mold's Children. Each minion engaged with you attacks. So I will take 3 damage from Sentinel. And he theoretically should have had stun beam when he came in. And he's attacking for 4 then. So I take an extra damage and get stunned. Okay. There's that. And then we get Sentinel Mark 3. He comes in with toughness and gets an energy barrier attachment. Okay. Air Supremacy, the Triskelion, Strength and Diversity, Captain America's Shield. Oh, Captain America title. Bird's Eye View. All right. Red Wing is going to thwart 1 and take a consequential. I do have 2 aerial cards. That does defeat Relentless Robots. Oh, wait. I couldn't have done that. Sorry. Walk that back real quick. Okay, well then, first off, Cannonball is going to attack Sentinel Mark 8 and defeat him. Taking no consequential because I do have 2 aerial cards in hand. Then, Falcon's Flock. And bird's eye view will pay for air supremacy. I get to choose 3 characters to deal 3 damage to. We'll go ahead and do 3 damage here and on Master Mold. And then we will do these 2 to pay for strength and diversity. We have Aerial Avenger Bird and then X-Force. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. We'll go ahead and do all 3 damage here. That defeats that. And then we'll remove a threat from this, defeating that scheme. Then Red Wing will go ahead and thwart 1 here and take a consequential. Okay, that actually worked out really well. All right, so we're going to ready and draw up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means I get an encounter card. There we go. Threat goes up by 1. Master Mold will attack for 3 plus a boost. No idea what the boost is. I will go ahead and play up, up, and away because I'm going to defend for 3 with Vibranium Microwave. So the boost is a 1 boost icon card or a 1 boost icon card that is going to... This would surge, and then this would come in after this surges. This brings in Operation Zero Tolerance. I think I'm okay with the surging. So this is going to go down. He's going to attack for 4. Vibranium Microwave will prevent that extra damage. I get to draw a card. And it's going to ping that damage over on him. And we get our encounter cards. First one is Unit Upgrade, which then surges into an advance, which means this pops because he schemes for 2 and then brings in a Sentinel minion. If there is one in here, which there was not. So that fails, which is kind of feels nice. But that pops. This comes in with an acceleration token. And then we discard cards until we get Sentinel Minion, which is the Mark V. And it's put into play, so not revealed. This has 1 threat on it. And then this actually comes onto him and does not surge. Without energy barrier and give it a tough status card. So now he has a tough status card. Fantastic. Okay. We've got a ton of aerial cards right now. And I am exhausted and stunned. So that's not fun. I can look at this, fortunately. So Red Wing is going to exhaust and return to hand, and ping the tough off here. Cannonball will attack for 2 and take no consequential because I have aerial cards in hand. Falcon's flock will be 1, 2, 3 for Angel will come in. And then I think we'll go ahead and pay these two to bring Red Wing back in. Angel will attack for 2 here, and Red Wing will attack for 1. They each take a consequential and are defeated. That guy's defeated. Perfect. So it does leave me with 1 threat left on that scheme, but now I can hopefully do what I need to. Okay, ready, and draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up by 2. Master Mold attacks for 3 plus a boost. I know what the boost is. Do I take it? I think so. 3, and then he gets a tough. So he's going to get a tough anyways. I take 3 damage. Actually, I take 1 damage. So I take 2 damage and he takes 1. So that pings the tough back off. And then we get 1 encounter card, which is Master Mold's Children, which means Master Mold attacks me. And I think what we'll actually do is have Angel defend this. So 3, and then I get a face down encounter card, which then this guy comes into play with Quick Strike and attacks for 2. Master Mold would have defeated Angel. Okay. Okay, so I do have 2 aerial cards. So Cannonball will attack for 2. Then Falcons flock and draw their fire. We'll pay for air supremacy. I will choose 3, but I'll choose 2. So he takes 3 damage and Master Mold takes 3 damage. Then I could I should probably strengthen diversity here. So power of leadership to pay for strength and diversity. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will do 1 damage here, which does defeat the Sentinel Mark 6. And then I get to remove 3 threat. I have to really hope that we don't pop the scheme flipping down. Which I will go ahead and flip down and exhaust to get rid of targeted for elimination. Okay. Here's to hoping we survive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Threat goes up by 2. And Master Mold schemes for 2. And brings out a Sentinel minion. It goes in advance. The assault. Ooh, and a Sentinel Mark 5. Only schemes for 1. Brings that up to 5. And then we get an encounter card, which is Shields Up. Give each Sentinel minion a tough status card. There we go. Ooh, I'm losing battery on my phone, so that stinks. All right, so now I'm going to exhaust to heal for 3. Brings me up to 4. Flip up. Do I have enough resources? I don't. Red Wing will ping the tough off. Cannonball will attack for 2. I have 2 aerial cards, so there's 1, 2. He takes no consequential. Red Wing does. I want to get. Let's walk this back real quick and say I played Soup Kitchen. Use Soup Kitchen when I healed, and I'll get Children of the Atom in for free. That's helpful. Then these 2, which I would have done if I had realized that, so that's why I'm okay with doing it. These 2 will be resources to pay for strength and diversity. Now that I have Children of the Atom, he is now X Factor and X Men, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can do 3 damage here and remove 3 threat. So that defeats him, and this comes down to 2. Then I'm going to use an Air Supremacy to pay for Captain America's shield. Now, if I have to have Captain America's upgrade, I wasn't really sure how that worked. If I have to have that Captain America upgrade in play at the same time, I apologize for that. It is in the deck. I could pay for it. So, all right, so let's ready and draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy is defeated, fortunately. Threat goes up by 2. Sorry, I'm running out of time. So now he's attacking for 3 plus a boost. I'll defend for 2, 4 with a retaliate 1, and if I take any damage, I can deflect it. So he's attacking for 5. I'm defending for 4. I will not take 1 damage, and he'll take 2. There we go. And our encounter card is Unit Upgrade, which surges to another surge to the villain and each minion engaged with you attacks. He's going to attack for 3 plus a boost here. I'm actually going to have Red Wing defend it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you, Red Wing, for your faithful service. All right. First off, Cannonball will attack for 2, and that flips Master Mold. He now has toughness and 16 hit points. And he hits harder. This just may not work. We'll have strength pay for Hugin and Munin. I don't know why I'm trying to bring in another minion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sentinel Mark 8 would be okay, I guess. Yeah, we'll do Sentinel Mark 8. He comes in. And I will ready Cannonball and Falcon. Cannonball will attack for 2. Falcon will clear his stunned. Hugin and Munin will attack for 1. And then 3 resources to pay for Adam Warlock. And he will thwart 1. Take a consequential. Okay. And look at this. It is a side scheme. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to exhaust this and deal this to me as a face down encounter card. There we go. Okay. Ready and draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up by 2, bringing this up to 5. Master Mold attacks for 4 plus a boost. I will defend for 4. That is 7. I'd take 3. So I take 2, reflect 1, and deal another 1. So reflected, and he takes 1 from retaliate. Then Sentinel Mark 8 attacks. Hugin Immunin will take it. And instead of getting an extra encounter card, we'll just take this one, which comes in with 3 threat. All right. Genius is going to play Bird of Prey. I get to deal 4 damage, make it 6 damage to the Sentinel Mark 8. Then I have 1 aerial card in hand. I think he's actually... That would end him. Dang, I should have waited. Or I shouldn't have waited. Or I should have gone with that first. Oh well. What did I use to pay for him? Genius, okay. What I can do is 3 resources for Cloud 9. Cloud 9 will exhaust, give +1 fort here, so he removes 3 threat. Drops that down to 2. He is defeated now. And then Adam Warlock will fort 1, take a consequential. Ready. Oh, each aerial character that player. So he thwarts 2. Nice. Okay, so then we'll drop to 5. 1, 2. Actually, I'm going to flip down and heal. I don't think that I used my action that turn, so I'm going to heal. 3, 4, 5, 6. Threat goes up by 2. He schemes for 2. Discards until we get a minion. Comes in and schemes for 1. 2 encounter cards. The first one is Master Plan, so this goes up by 4 threat. And this means that each minion engaged with me schemes. He schemes for 1. Bring that up to 6. Okay, so we survived that round. Cool. We will just grab the Captain America shield or Captain America title. Put that into play. I will go ahead and heal for 3 again with Soup Kitchen. Then I'm going to go ahead and flip up. I get to do 1 for Arrow. And then 2 for Strength and Diversity. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 2 damage here and 3 threat removal. Cloud 9 will exhaust to give Adam Warlock an arrow +1 on fort. So Adam Warlock will remove 2 threat here. An arrow will remove 2 threat here. Which takes a consequential. All right, we're ready. Draw 1. Get an extra encounter card, so I'll be taking 3 this turn. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Master Mold will attack for 4 plus a boost. I will defend for 4. He attacks for 5. I will go ahead and reflect that, so he takes 2 damage instead of me taking any. Then we get 2 more encounter cards. first one, Sentinel Mark 8. The topmost attachment, which is Energy Barrier. You get the tough status card. Then we get Sentinel Mark 3. Toughness. And he gets an Energy Barrier. And then a unit upgrade. We'll attach it here. Okay, I did defend, so that's that. All right. Mm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can pay for Captain Marvel, but I can't keep her on the field. Or somebody else has to go. So I could pay for air supremacy and then aerial evacuation. And heal 3 damage. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We're going to do 2 resources for air supremacy. I get to deal 3 damage to 4 characters, so we'll remove the toughs off this guy and 3 damage to Master Mold. Then Falcon's Flock is going to pay for aerial evacuation. Then Cloud 9 is going to exhaust to boost their thwarts. So then Adam Warlock will thwart 2 here. And he is going to discard this card from my hand and heal 3 damage from me, bringing me up to 10. He gets defeated. An arrow is going to thwart the rest of that off. She'll take a consequential. Okay. Ready and draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up by 2. Master Mold will attack for 4 plus a boost. I will defend for 2, 3, 4. He attacks for 5. So I prevent 1 damage and deal 1 and then retaliate. He goes down to 8 health. Sentinel Mark 3 will attack. Cloud 9 will defend, but aerial evacuation. When another friendly character would be dealt any amount of damage, discard aerial evacuation. Prevent all of that damage and change to alter ego form. So I get changed to alter ego. And do I discard that or just exhaust it? Discard it. Great. So then Sentinel Mark 8 will scheme for 3. Bringing that up to 5. Then we get 2 encounter cards. Sentinel Mark 6 with Quick Strike, which doesn't go off, and Sentinel Mark 3. And he gets an Energy Barrier, which I don't think there are any more. Dang, my phone just died. All right, I'm going to shuffle the encounter deck and put a acceleration token on the main scheme so that when we come back to the video, that is what you guys will see. All right, here we are picking it back up. I had to lower my phone because I had to plug in the charger. So that's why my phone is in the shot. But that should actually help us be able to finish this off. All right, so I have a couple of things that I'd love to do here. I'm going to go ahead and first of all, flip up. Then I will go ahead and 2 cards to pay for strength and diversity. Now I just have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to remove 3 threat here and 1 threat here. So there's no damage happening right now. But that's okay. Because I'm going to use a flight squadron to play draw their fire. So on the villain phase, I will be able to defend without exhausting. And that'll be really, really, really helpful. So that means threat will go up by 3, putting us at 7. So as long as we don't get any more threat, we'll remove 1 threat here. That'll help us hopefully survive so long as we don't get a scheme, which that was good. I get to look at it because of my ability. We're going to ready and draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of resources there. Threat will go up by 3. Master Mold will attack for 4 plus a boost. I will have discarded that at the beginning of the villain phase, so I don't have to exhaust. So he's attacking for 4 plus a boost. I'll defend for 2, 3, 4. No things there, but he does get a retaliate. Then Sentinel Mark 3 will attack. He just has the unit upgrade, plus 2 hit points and retaliate 1, and then give it so after he attacks, he'll get a tough status card. So he's going to attack for 3 for 6. I will defend for 4. I will reflect 1 back at him. So he'll get a tough, but then he'll take 1 damage from retaliate and the vibranium microwave. This guy will attack for 5. I'll defend for 4 and reflect the damage back to him. He also would get a tough, but that gets knocked off from retaliate and that. Then Sentinel Mark 6 will attack. I will defend for 4. He won't do damage to me, but he gets retaliated against. This guy will attack. He'll get retaliated against and do no damage to me. So he just gets his tough knocked off. Then we get an encounter card, which is Intruder Alert, 3 threat, and can't thwart the main. All right. Can we win? Probably not. Potentially, actually. 4 resources to overpay for Cannonball, who will come in. And since he's in, we're going to use Strength to pay for his Strength and Diversity. Cannonball brings us 1, 2, 3, 4 traits all by himself. We have 5, 6, 7. And since this is not an attack, the damage can go straight on to Master Mold, winning us the game. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely, utterly ridiculous. Master Mold in Expert Mode is so hard. And this deck was interesting. It was interesting working with it. Let me know if there's any mistakes I made. If I didn't actually win this, please let me know down in the comments below. But this is the game that I'm going to end this scenario on, and I'm happy about it. So actually, I took these 2 cards out of the deck initially because I didn't think they were going to be that helpful. And thinking about it, honestly, I probably should have played Captain America Shield or Captain America Title in order to play the Shield, but I don't remember reading those rules about the linked stuff. It is restricted, but getting that down with the Vibranium Microwave allows me to defend quite a lot. And then the clutch move that saved us the game was Draw Their Fire and not having to exhaust to defend, because then I was able to bring everybody in. And getting all that taken care of was really, really great. I could have buffed Cannonball with, let's say, Arrow, and then I could have done 3 damage, which theoretically would have ended this Sentinel, but that's about it. But we got Master Mold down. That was great. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around this whole time, you're amazing. We'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.